'Tis our honour you're here, sir.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell. Friends call me Lammy. Or they would if I had any. I have so many questions, sir. So many.
No, not the time. But perhaps you may help me anyway.
Me? Why, if I can help, I'd be honoured.
So tell me, Lammy,
What?
how do you spend your day?
I assist my father, especially with the ghost wards. That keeps me very busy. When I can, I continue my research into the mysteries of life, if I can find any. Those that aren't dead have left New Eden. Who...
Must be hard, being the governor's son.
Is it? I don't know. I've never been anyone else's son.
Hard to grow up in his shadow, I would have thought.
Only if you like the attention, not me. People leave me alone, mostly.
Your father spoke of the pestilence.
He did? Then, sir, you know as much as I do.
If you have an opinion of your own.
Since you ask it, I believe a thing most vile assails us. An evil of origin unknown, and perhaps...
So the pestilence is part of the curse?
Yes. Of course. The curse, of course.
Those ghost wards are quite unique.
They are, aren't they? Conceived by Etienne Roulet, but made by my father. Do you use them as well in your...
Not really. I mostly talk to ghosts.
Of course. Still, each tool has its purpose, and these troubled times we need... Magic is glorious when wielded by the righteous.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, if only, sir, if only. I'm still
Your father believes there is a Harrow's witch. Have you noticed it?
I'd answer, sir, I surely would, only things being as they are, everyone is acting strange. The curse brought illness, illness brought division. We could do with some healing, sir, we could. We need...
Good day to you, Lammy.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you.
I'd wish you the same if I knew.
Ishmael Law. I have seen you in the meeting house. I would have liked to have been a banisher, to truckle with the mysteries of our world.
You wanted to be a banisher?
As a child, I met a banisher. I was impressed by the marks on his hands, the assurance you do God's work, though you know it or not. Like Charles Davenport, I respected the minister a great...
You wanted to become a banisher?
I got married instead. Came to New England.
Tell me about folk.
A vast subject that requires... But
Tell me about Governor Ham.
a man like me does not get to... He is a man of faith. We all...
Tell me about Lamentation.
Nice boy. Very secretive. I do not understand the things he says. Fortunately, he does not say them to me.
How about you?
I've not been asked this in a long time. I am...
I'll see you later, Ish.
Anytime. I greet you, sir.
Have you noticed, by chance, any strange behavior here?
Our village has suffered much loss of late. Many of my neighbors have seen the disease take their loved ones. They get sick, and you never see them again. Maybe you hear them moan as you pass, but then the moaning stops. In times like these, pray tell, if a person was behaving strangely, how could I possibly tell?
I'm sorry, but I can tell from the look in your eye that you've someone in mind.
Watson, perhaps because of illness or through the loss of his loved ones, but whatever has befallen the poor man, he...
I'll see you later-ish.
Anytime.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread! Do you want us to starve? I should have the yeast. You know it, Mistress Barrow, you know it full well.
How are you, Mr. Bachelor?
I do not need the services of a heretic today. And nor do the people of New Eden.
He seems pleasant.
What does a teacher do with no kids to teach?
Teaching, sir, takes preparation. At some point in the future, the roads will open and the children will return.
Why didn't you leave with the kid?
For some time, I wished I had. Watching the children walk away near broke my heart. For many weeks, I was lost. But the Lord had other plans.
And they are?
You shall see for yourself soon.
What news around and about?
I'll make no report to a troublemaker like you.
Seen anything strange of late?
Do you speak of the disease eating at the fabric of our fair community? We've sealed the well, closed homes and houses, and said our prayers. It has not worked.
Apart from that, have you noticed anyone behaving strangely? I have to ask.
I have seen the alewife, Mistress Barrow, lurking by the well, hands in her pocket, and as I think of it, before his house burned down with his wife and brother in it, Caleb Watson and the alewife had a sharp exchange of words. 'Twere as if she'd cursed him. If there is a Harrow's witch, I'd start.
If I wanted a word with her.
She tends to the alehouse, brewing God knows what witchery and
I must...
God keep you, for
Caleb Watson. We keep hearing that name.
Let's pay him a visit.
Looks like we found the cobblers.
Smellsy.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you all right, sir?
We're closed. Now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your surly demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a Banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help.
Show your shiting shapes, goose peddler. No witches here.
Tell me a tale. What have you heard round about lately that...
Gossips for shite bags. No.
The governor bade me make the rounds.
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets. And I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? It's ours anyway. Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. Fear not. They'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Being courted by two brothers at once rarely ends well.
Personal experience.
Don't go there.
This is wrong. It's wrong, I tell you.
Hugh Batchelor said Lucy Barrow cursed the house and it burned down.
A house burned down, and I suspect the rest is nonsense.
What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
Ishmael Law said Watson lost his wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost?
I think we need to talk to Caleb Watson.
It's wrong. It's wrong, I tell you. You done enough sniffing? Tired of the smell of your own...
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time. Outflank him.
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it. Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name. 'Cause I'm a greedy little...
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it.
No. The past's the past. Dead and buried.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother. And shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre. And good riddance to both. God's Acre.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried. Buried all. Quiet you. And you can shite off.
Whatever
It's
happened,
ours anyway.
it happened at God's Acre.
Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true.
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is plausible, but the clues are confusing. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side. Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange.
Someone's been doing some undertaking.
In New Eden, there's much to be done. I have another in sight. You shouldn't stay in there. Get the hell out of there! Possession incoming.
Have some of this! Grave robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing? Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it.
A wee Highland kiss for you. Piss off!
Here did lie Alexander Watson, until someone took him.
Well, they made quite the mess. The other coffins are smashed to bits.
Yet Alexander's and Ruth's remain untouched.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did, and he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess.
Decoys, to distract wayward spectres. To keep them away from the Watson plot, I think. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training.
Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try.
This way. More of them. That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close. Demonology. I should have known.
This fella again.
He's persistent. I'll grant him that.
That thing moves like a shot. Get back up! Only wee shite, aren't you?
They never learn, do they? Make a run for it! Ask for help.
I hate those things.
Wasn't your first, won't be your last.
Aye, thank you.
Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here.
Should we take a glimpse at the past?
Oh, there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes. But also shoddy. It's very poor work. Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need. I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Unveil yourself.
Messed this up, didn't I?
Turn out and turn up.
Focus, Red.
Imaradas en tus.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
He got the wrong ghost, too.
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Brought more friends.
Make a run for it!
Away with you!
Get the hell out of there!
Get lost, won't you?
That ritual, I'm not... I suspect it's beyond me.
It's not, but we agreed you won't need it. Besides, Caleb's work was poor. Your work is good.
Aye. Too good, perhaps.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again. Shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah. Can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead...
So many questions. Where to even start?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went...
Do both of you share Caleb?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. There's something else you should know. If you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I can put...
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim.
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He can hear me now. Destroying his reputation. As I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted...
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now Caleb was a cad. Shite on him.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house.
True.
And where was Caleb? Well,
He was there. He stood rooted in place, frozen in fear. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
you used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body.
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We just...
You know you've failed, right? Look at yourself. Smell yourself. You can't live a life in that state.
That's my never mind, not yours. If you don't like the smell, you can shite off. I'll not make our lives your...
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with...
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not please. Leave us alone.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
You're well placed to see what goes on around here. Help me.
I've made a point of keeping people away, but aye.
Lammy Haskell.
The Haskell boy? What is weird. Talked with Caleb about nonsense. Both of them were full of shite.
What's your take on the gov...
My brother gave him the glad hand act, and the governor lapped it up. Haskell's opinion of himself is far too high. He dragged my name through the dirt. Shite on him, and his so-called eloquence. What use is it?
Tell me about folk here. Who stands out for...
What think I of they who shunned me? Gulled by my black-mouthed brother, I'd say a curse upon them.
How goes the settlement, would you say?
It's going to hell in a shitting handcart. Not that I care, mind. But there's sport in guessing who shall live and who shall die. Hope they find that witch, though. Can't have witches about the place doing the devil's work.
I'll be leaving you
Alone? Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again.
Ruth and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle with that, isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris. Ghost wards cannot manifest. Wards. I'm going to need a hand here. The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down?
There you are.
Here I am.
Still impressive. Ty must be nearby. This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth. Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank rump. Whatever you found, it ain't yours.
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me up. Don't think I haven't felt your...
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me?
Pock off and die. I'm in charge here.
I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
I'm glad. Please.
And go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine. And you have not the right. You hear? You've not the right. You again.
I'll be leave.
Alone? Her heart! Give it back!
He come foolish as hook.
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine thing about Caleb. He was a good listener. As he worked with the Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. None.
Wait. Lammy Haskell gave.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I thought I'd married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this.
How did Caleb treat
With adoration. I was an idol, worshipped, yet unloved. He was the sculptor and I was the statue, smiling down, unmoving from my pedestal with nothing to say. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Ruth? Your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called lie. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now. Alexander, yours is no romantic fable. There is no moral to this tale. You're a hostage taker, nothing more.
No, Caleb can go to hell, for he well deserves it. But Ruth and I are in love.
Greedy men fight over a woman as if she were a thing. I'm done with that old story. Time to tell a better tale.
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now.
Be gone.
Are they gone?
Am I speaking with the cobbler, Caleb Watson?
I think... yes, that's me.
You're not entirely innocent, though. If you'll permit the unfortunate expression, there was more than one of you in it.
My brother deserved damnation, and you gave it to him. I am an imperfect man, but if you're considering the same for me...
I too am an imperfect man. I have mercy and patience in limited supply. Let's not...
Alexander loved Ruth like a man loves his hat. Love a woman like a thing, and you do not love her at all.
Ruth deserved better, in life and in death. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Don't waver. We could win a battle, but we can't win the war. Nobody should conquer death, and we don't want to pay the price of trying.
Aye. I hear you.
Good. Now, let's see what Lammy Haskell has to say about raising spirits from the dead.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
A man in your position must know...
Why, of course, I know all that there is to know.
How goes the call?
Sir, the body politic bears a heavy weight. Not content with weakening until you expose the culprit. The harmony of this divinely beautiful Commonwealth shall remain. Long story shortened.
How did you... a man of...
Ah, yes. If you'll indulge me, though blessed with intellect and no little faith. For a time, my father was a pupil of Henry Boggart, the great demonologist. My father taught me about duty. I have gifts, faith, intellect, position. This is my burden.
Your son, how would you do...
Lamentation. How would I describe him? Well, he's curious, inquisitive. I tried to teach him demonology, to make him the third generation of witch hunters. But he revealed no disposition. Occult knowledge could only obfuscate his good nature. At heart...
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch, or have you...
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So? What?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious, Curious, too curious at times, perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than...
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father... may not be able to protect him.
Hell's balls! What happened here?
Something's emanating from under...
Right, we've missed it.
This isn't over yet. Move, Red.
One of these must be Lammy's hideaway.
More corrupted ivy waiting to be plucked out. Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. Sorry, not this time.
Hi, mate. You here?
This is locked from the inside.
You were studying botany? Why botany? The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Arrowloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
I'm ready to shoot the infested roots after you bruise the heart.
Something has me. Wards.